Hello, my name is Bryce Tubbs. With me today is Chevonne Height. I'm super excited to be able to share this conversation with you guys today because she's a mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being advisor. And I'm super excited to be able to just really connect with her and really see exactly what value we can find out of this interview today. Thank you so much, Chevonne.
Thank you. I appreciate being able to help and utilize your platform. I appreciate being invited to your platform.
Nice. Let me just ask you this question. What was life like before you got into coaching, and really what was the catalyst that brought you into the field?
So the catalyst was my own personal spiritual journey and growth through mental and emotional health. When I was younger, my parents divorced, and it was really hard on me mentally and emotionally. And so for a great period of my life, in terms of like when I was first starting to go through puberty, I was going through depression as well. And so in a lot of ways, your mental and emotional health stunts your overall health if you're like going through social emotional disease, which is just like depression, anxiety, PTSD, things like that. And it's very, very common, especially in low income communities and African American communities, and really just melanated communities in general for several systematic reasons. And so I didn't really know anyone who knew how to deal with these things. Things like stress and anxiety are new to fields of study in terms of like just the 1960s. We're talking about stress. And so I was really determined to figure out how to love myself and how to overcome certain limited mindsets, because it's true that everyone has to die, but it's not true that I have to be the one to kill myself and to not be around. Shouldn't be because I eliminated myself in a sense. Like that. The place that I was at, and I was very young. No, way too many people who can relate to that. I actually saw committed suicide at 9 years old. And if my first session, I would have been able to see a way that I can show people what I've done in my own mental and to be able to really make it to their 20s and make it out of their 20s and just get to have a long, fulfilling life, then I want to do that.
Yeah. Let me ask you this question. So, right now, with how the pandemic's been going on, a lot of people have a lot more free time, just for reasons that are not really in their control. They have more time either to be at home or to be trapped kind of with their thoughts. What's the biggest takeaway that you've taken from this pandemic slowdown time?
I think my biggest takeaway was that you should never believe that a relapse isn't gonna happen anymore. So like when you're first coming out of dealing with extreme amounts of stress like depression and anxiety, you'll have relapses after maybe like 6 months or 3 months or whatever. Like you'll kind of go back into the same thought patterns, and these things really prove to be the determining factor of how long you're going to be in these depressive episodes or states, just on the patterns that you're able to use to combat that stress. And so with having more free time, it really depends on what mentally you tell yourself about yourself. So for some people, being able to go out and be productive and go to a job had a huge effect on their self-esteem. They felt of service. They felt positive about themselves. They felt that they were doing something good. But now having all this free time, they don't feel as worthy. They don't feel as deserving. They feel like they're not doing anything. Their life isn't on track. Or the reverse, you really see that with the amount of free time that you didn't have before because you were working for someone else, what you could be doing with that time for yourself. And so it's positive and positively impacting people's mental and emotional health too. It's just really about the state where you were before that. And so in either sense, it's really a good thing to be able to really be in observation of yourself, because a lot of times we run from ourselves and run from knowing what we want and what we need, which I guess Laszlo here needs some attention.
Just thinking kind of about the future and life after either COVID or, just in the future, what does life look like for you as far into the future you like to think and talk about?
As far into the future. So I just recently purchased land in the U.S. I had already had land in Ghana, and we're doing a farm. I have a farm in Ghana. I'm really big on local food and just eating local. So now that I have this land in the U.S., I plan to develop a farm. We're going to get a solar array going, and hopefully I can have an intentional community. I'm partnering with 2 other people to create a church together. We're going to really get some youth programs and really just some spiritual retreats and programs for any age group going. So I'm really looking forward to that. And I'm just looking forward to growing food, because even though the food is a part of it, it's really just mostly about self-actualization. Self-actualization is the big thing that we want people to get away from our church, and what we want to help people to learn how to do, because it's really easy to say grow your own food, but if nobody's going to show you how to grow your own food, and if you don't have the space and the ability to grow your own food, then it's not really realistic. And that's what a lot of people get caught up in terms of manifestation. They just look so much at the now, because we are manifesting from the now, but if you can feel it, feelings manifest faster than thought. So you have to feel that you are capable of doing the thing first. Very first is the I can, that solar plexus energy that allows you to feel like you are great and worthy and able to be self-actualized.
Nice. And that's actually a great question. So, thinking about success, right, and reaching our goals, just like you're talking about manifestation, what does success mean to you?
Success. I feel like success for me is just getting to a place of peace. Both internally and externally, in the sense that with those social anxieties and those depressive episodes that I had and different things through my life, I didn't get to fully experience the material aspect, the outside of us, in its richness. And so as you calm down what's going on internally, you manifest or you see things that align with that energy externally. And so with the sweetness within, you see sweetness around you. And so for me to be successful is to really just know that I cultivated my own abundance, and that abundance is never far away from me. It is everything that I am. And so things like being able to grow my own food and being able to just fully say that I'm self-actualized and I am self-sustainable feels like success.
Nice. Yeah, that's actually a really, really big thing when you're self-sustainable, because then you don't have to worry about anything, because nothing can hurt you. Let me ask you this question. Are you working on anything new? So books, conferences, courses, group training, anything new?
Actually, I'm about to begin yoga teacher training, so I'm really looking forward to that being something that I'm able to offer to Urban Mystics, in terms of the fact that everyone who's involved in Urban Mystics is just bringing their whole self and everything that they can offer to the church. And the church is not in any sense trying to get you to conform to any religious practices, but it's trying to get you to actualize yourself and wholly living from your spirit, and knowing that everything you do is to be in this sympathetic relationship with the universe and with the laws of nature, pretty much, because then you get divine intervention, and we believe that you receive your divine birthright, which is abundance. We all have a right to abundance. So we're working on being able to start the church. We have 74 acres of land in Arizona. So we want to start with solar panels. It's going to be probably the first thing that we do. So then even before we have people on the land coming to do like hikes or whatever they're doing, camping or like being in a home, eventually they will be able to use our energy.
Yeah, when we were talking about the 74 acres of land, how you're talking about your church and really what you're going to plan to do with the hiking and the camping. Yeah. So let me ask you this question. So where can people go to learn more about you, or where can they go to connect with you further?
I have an Instagram and a Twitter right now, and we're working on getting a website up for Urban Mystics. So our church is named Urban Mystics. We hope to have a website up by August 1st. But other than that, it's really just Instagram or Twitter at Baby Moon Magic. So BabyMoonMagic.
Nice. No, thank you so much for your time today. I really appreciate talking to you and getting to know you a little bit more.
Thank you.
Excellent. For those watching, we thoroughly hope that you found this valuable. Now, if you're looking for a place where people are improving themselves and helping others do the same, I recommend you go and check out our free community. I'm going to put some links either above or below the video. It's just a place where people come together and support each other. So if that's what you've been missing in these challenging times, I recommend you come and join us. So hopefully you enjoyed watching this as much as we enjoyed creating it. Feel free to hit that share button so other people can get some great value as well. Have a great day. We're done recording in 3 and 2
Bye.
and 1.